Kayleigh Fazan, founder and owner of the International Retail Academy, and I'm here today to talk to you about the retail revolution. $4 trillion was spent online in 2020, a staggering third more than 2019. Now, of course, something happened in 2020. We won't go there. Meanwhile, retail formats and experiences are stuck. They are stuck in 1998. Are you aware of what's going on your high street today? Inside of the malls, up and down the country. Check out what's happening on one of the largest high streets in the world, Oxford Street. Department stores have closed, global brands have vanished, businesses are disappearing overnight. It's really shocking to see. And I say that it is time to stop, take control and take action. By the end of today's session, you will come to know 3 things. Firstly, the future of retail is un-retail. Secondly, omnichannel is not enough. And thirdly, the store as a stage. Allow me to ask you, how many times in the last few weeks have you shopped at an experiential store? A truly immersive experiential store? Just raise your hands if in the last few weeks you've been to one store. Now raise your hands if it's more than 5 stores. Okay, some hands are dropping. I'm talking about the stores that have VR headsets, right? Virtual reality. Digitally trying on clothes, hovering your mobile device over your wrist to try on a range of watches, or to try on some collection of jewellery over your hands. So raise your hands if you've been in one of those stores in the last few weeks. One store, raise your hand. Okay, so quite a few people, one store. How many times have you been into a store and experienced that immersive experience more than 5 times? Raise your hands. And what about 10 times? So suddenly everybody's hand has disappeared. Nobody has been to a truly immersive digital experience store more than 10 times in the last few weeks. Now let that sit with you. How many brands are inside of your local shopping mall? A few dozen? A few hundred? But only a handful, 4, 5, 6, are offering truly immersive experiences. And then we start to wonder, why is retail stuck in 1998? It's truly shocking. Retail is existing, not thriving. It's existing on a knife edge. The tipping point is coming, and consumers of the now, they don't want it all. No, they don't want it all. They expect it all. Sustainability, diversity, fair trade. Why? Why is that? Millennials, yeah? Millennials like me. Millennials are the largest consumer group right now on the entire planet. So forward-thinking retailers had better start to pay attention to what this generation have to say. What matters to this generation really forms the future of your retail. So how can you move from retail to unretail? Let's talk a little bit about Samsung 837. Nothing inside that space can be physically bought except the coffee, right? So you've got 5 floors and only the coffee can be bought. Imagine. Thousands of square feet with no sales budgets and no inventory. The space is unretail. It is instead filled with experiences. Every floor has something different to offer. Every space has a different energy, vibe, experience. Something interesting is happening. This continuation of merging online and offline retail is happening with speed and velocity. Phygital retail is the future. Physical and digital. Phygital retail, right? It's the future, it's the now. Another example of future unretail is the demonstration store. Hands up if you've ever heard of a demonstration store. Okay, a few people, good. So nothing inside a demonstration store is actually sold, nothing. Instead, everything is shipped. So your customers book an appointment. It's by appointment only. They are greeted by a team of highly energetic, creative people. Forget sales associates, forget sales advisors. Unretail requires next level human skills. Emotional intelligence, compassion, energy, mindset. These experts will need to make people feel good, really feel good. Because when you feel good, there's energy, there's movement, things happen. So the people inside of these demonstration stores will not be minimum wage sales associates. They are highly desired, highly skilled and talented people who will convert your customers like that. So the role of the sales advisor will change. 5 to 10 years from now, even a couple of years from now, that role will no longer serve a purpose. Sales advisors will turn into personal stylists, perhaps creative directors. Who knows what that job title looks like? But it will change. The future of retail requires it to change. And I really feel for HR and talent acquisition because the roles, the functions, the responsibilities are changing with speed and velocity. The role of the sales associate, the sales advisor, will not exist, not as we know it today. That will change. This is the retail revolution. Omnichannel. Omnichannel is news of yesterday. If you are not set up for success in this arena, get it going now, or you'll be gone. The next story of consolidation or online, one by one vanishing from the high street. So if you are not set up for success in this arena, get it going now. From browsing to buying to fulfillment, it is no longer enough to simply have an omni-channel strategy. Global consumers of the now demand a unified experience, a unified omni experience, allowing them to move freely and smoothly across channels with live visibility of inventory and pricing. Of course, operating a business whilst implementing significant change is hard. Let's face it, it's really hard. Which is why hiring the right teams becomes even more complex. In the future, we can expect to see people with greater emotional intelligence favoured as retail employees, bringing that omni experience to life. Why? People with emotional intelligence give teams a reason to grow and a reason to stay. These retail leaders are kind, caring, compassionate. They give a damn about their people. They want them to feel appreciated, because when you feel appreciated, you tend to do a better job, right? You tend to do a better job. You're likely to grow and you're likely to stay. So in turn, that team of highly engaged, emotionally intelligent human beings become your greatest commodity. They become your greatest asset, and they hold the ultimate influence over your consumer inside of the store at that time. The person closest to the customer wins. So that team will give your customers a reason to come back. Retail right now, think about the current omni experience that's out there. Sorry, what? What? There is no omni experience. Retail right now is predictable and boring, and there are a handful of brands that you will probably think of right now that are doing exceptionally well in this space. Just a handful. The change comes when we decide in how we hire these omni experience teams. The future of retail leaders are less operational excellence and more people excellence. Omni experience will blend everything exceptional in your brand so that the customer feels valued, appreciated, and really excited about visiting your phygital space. So let's now start to consider the store as a stage. What is coming next in this retail revolution? You have heard of retail theatre, right? Who here has heard of retail theatre? Raise your hands. Everybody! Lights, camera, action! The store is set up for success during these activation days or seasonal offers, promotions, campaign launches. But these don't last. They are moments in time. The stage goes back to normal and consumers become dialed out. Footfall starts to decrease. Is that fair to say? Engagement drops. The interest is no longer there. How many customers do we see inside of stores and shopping malls dialed out, right? And when I say dialed out, I mean head down on the mobile phone, scrolling through. How many times do we see that? Every day, right? It happens all the time. Millennials are scrolling through around a mile of content every single day. Let that sit with you for a minute. A mile of content. It's staggering. So if they are on their mobile phones, scrolling content, dialed out of retail's non-existent experience, it goes to show that the mobile phone offers something that the store is currently lacking. So the consumer expectations are rapidly changing. Retail continues to move from a push model, i.e. B2C, business to consumer, to a pull model, customer to business, C2B. No longer are brands deciding and dictating the trends, the customers do. So the more data you have, the more power you have. Therefore, your stage no longer serves you, the brand. It serves your audience. The stage becomes exciting. It can become exciting. Every single day you can delight your audience. You really can. Through your star cast, through your personal stylists. So if the store is a stage and your employees are the star cast and your products are the props on the stage, then of course your customers are your audience. So are your audience right now super happy and engaged to shop at your retail store? Do they enjoy the production and the performance? Is it enough to make them come back consistently? Or could they be fired up by phygital experiences? Something immersive, interesting and exciting. The future of retail will bring your omni experience and facilitate that inside of the stage. The stage is your store. The upside is huge for those that get it right. It's absolutely massive. The opportunity is there. So thank you very much for watching this today. I've been Kayleigh Fazan, and I will see you again really soon. Bye for now.